I'm ready. I think it works. That was definitely my favorite part. I'm a writer, I got words. I ordered a proof copy yesterday. Why would anyone want to give me money for this? Hello, welcome to a brand new vlog. So in case you're new here, hi, my name is Diane. I work in film and television as an on-set props person, but I'm also working on becoming a self-published author, and I make videos about that and my writing process and my life and all that stuff here on YouTube, and you're watching one of them. So subscribe if you like the vibe. Today's Monday. It is August 21st. I woke up a little bit later today because I'm not feeling all that great. So I woke up a little bit later. I did my morning stuff. I went to the grocery store. I've come back. I've made food. I really need to clean up back there. Right now I'm about to leave to go to the walk-in clinic because I'm not feeling very well and it's all in my throat. My throat is something's going on. So I'm gonna go get checked out and hopefully they can give me something so I can feel well enough to go to FANEXPO this Saturday. I have not been to FANEXPO in a few years, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to it because I have been into cosplay. Like I love people who cosplay. I love it. I think it's so cool. It's so fun. I love it. But I've never done it. Like I've been too scared. I've been too shy. And I just feel like I wasn't cool enough to do cosplay. And that might be true. However, this year I decided one of my goals for 2023 was to do one cosplay and go to FANEXPO. Now, because it's baby's first cosplay, okay, I had to start with something very easy, very, something easy. And so this year, because I still have my red hair, I was like, I need to do a red-haired character that I enjoy. And I went through a few. There are a few that I like, but I've decided, because this is like basically the easiest thing I could do, I've decided to go as a Mary Jane Watson from the Spider-Man Marvel universe. I'll put a picture up on the screen of kind of the inspiration, like the cosplay I'm gonna be doing. Basically, it's the white t-shirt with the Spider-Man logo and then just like ripped jeans, and that is so easy. So I have the shirt, I have the jeans, and I bought some like heat transfer paper so I'm gonna print out the Spider-Man logo and I gotta put it onto the shirt. So it's a little bit involved, but yeah, overall it's just like it's such an easy cosplay, and I feel like for my first cosplay that's probably the best way to go. So yeah, FANEXPO is this Saturday. I have the rest of the week to kind of get everything ready. Otherwise, what have I been up to? Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure my like announcement video is going up before this one, so I can't talk about things. Whoa! Okay, something exciting is I ordered proof copies of the Secret Project book that I was talking about, the poetry book. So I ordered a proof copy yesterday. I mean, it's mostly just to see how the photos are turning out and like how everything's looking and how the cover is looking. The manuscript itself is not finalized at all. I do have pretty much all the poems and stuff, like everything is in there. I have all the front matter done. I have most of the back matter done. And then I do have the different sections in the book, and I have the poems and stuff and photos like in the separate sections. Things might still move around, but even within those sections, I still haven't I haven't quite ordered the poems. I've divided them into sections, but there's still quite a bit of work to do when it comes to finalizing the manuscript. So yeah, the proof copy is mostly just to kind of see how the cover, like if the cover fits. So I had originally told my cover designer that the book was going to be 110 pages. Currently the manuscript is actually sitting at 116, so it's so few extra pages that we might not even need to make an adjustment to the spine, but we'll see. I'm gonna take a look. And yeah, that should be arriving tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. Otherwise, when it comes to Ben, as you know, it is with my CPs currently, and one of my CPs has started making notes on the document, and I promised myself that I just wouldn't look at it, at least for the rest of August. But you know, I'm getting the little notification saying that they're leaving comments on the document, and of course I tried, but I've definitely been peeking at the comments, and I'm so excited. Just based off of the few little comments that I've sneaked a peek at, I already kind of have an idea for something, so that feels great. And it's also it just feels so good. Like, even though a lot of the stuff is like things that I need to change and whatnot, it feels so good when I kind of had like this vague feeling of like there's something not quite right here and whatnot, like this doesn't feel great and that doesn't feel great, and then your critique partner kind of comments on the same thing. Like, it's kind of like weirdly validating. It's like, okay, like yeah, I have like my instincts are correct, this can be stronger, like this is kind of weird or whatever. Like I love that. There are so many comments so far where I like completely agree. There are some comments where I feel like I can have a conversation with them about. But in general, it feels so good. Like, it's just, I'm gonna try not to like peek at the rest of them though. I'm just so curious about like when they get to certain parts and like what their comments are. So I don't know how well I'm gonna be. No, I can do it. I can do it. I am promising myself and you that I will not open the document at least, okay. How many days left in the month? At least for the next 5 days. There's 10 days left in the month, so at least for the next 5 days, even if I get those little notification emails, I will not open the Google Doc to read, and I won't open the email to like sneaky read the comments. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. But yeah, that's what's going on with the Secret Project book. That's what's going on with Ben. That's what's going on with FANEXPO. I'm gonna go to the walk-in clinic and I will see you in a little bit. Okay, so today is Friday. It's August 25th. First of all, let me just... Okay, so yesterday I posted a video that I was really like looking forward to posting, but also really nervous about posting, mainly because I was announcing something kind of, big. I'm publishing my first book. It's a book of poetry. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below and up top. But yeah, that announcement was super exciting, and also like I'm just nervous because now it's like it's out there. Before it was like it's a secret project. I could go either way with it. I could just stop talking about it and people would forget. But now I have put it out there. So, I was nervous about that, but then I was also nervous about announcing my Patreon. So I've never had a Patreon page before, and I've just always struggled with feeling like I have anything of value to offer. I think just in general, a lot of creatives and artists can, like, I feel like just money, and like making money from your art and valuing your art can be hard, and it's almost like you're almost like a little embarrassed to ask for money. You feel like you're not, like what you're creating isn't worthy of making money. I just feel like for some artists, it is difficult to, feel comfortable being like, hey, I've created this, support my art. It's hard. It's hard to do that. Even though with the creation of art, and like for me in particular, writing and making YouTube videos, so much of my time and energy, I put a lot of my time and energy into the things that I create. The YouTube videos that I make definitely take a long time. They take a long time to film. They take a long time to edit. And, I try to make the quality as good as possible. And that takes a long time. And even though I know that I put so much into, creating a video, like the thought of being like, hey, support me for making videos on YouTube, it's so weird. It's just really difficult, even though I know that my videos do bring a lot of value to people. Like they are, they make people happy. When people leave really sweet comments or send me DMs on Instagram talking about how they're like binging my videos and they love them and they inspire them, that's amazing to me. And yeah, even though I know that they have value, it's very difficult to just ask, to ask for money, essentially. That's what you do as a creative. I hate that it's so hard to ask for money for your art when, like, I go to work and I spend, time doing something and I expect to get paid for the work that I do. But when it comes to, like, creative work, it's like, why would anyone want to give me money for this? Like, anyway, it's a weird thing. I won't get into it now. But, yeah, I've struggled with that. And so creating this Patreon page, for one, I have never done it before. So this is all new to me. I'm, like, learning things, like what to offer and how to, like, just how it all works, So I'm nervous about that, and then I'm also just nervous about in general, like, making sure that I create things that I feel is worth the amount that people are pledging to me, a lot of things have definitely made me nervous about starting this Patreon and like letting people know that I've started this Patreon and like asking people to check it out. Nervous. I was very, very nervous yesterday. It was a very sweaty day. I had like 3 poops yesterday, but the response was so lovely. And let me just say, after I posted that video, I got 2 patrons like right a minute apart. I swear I started crying. Like I got the email from the first patron that like they pledged, and my heart, I teared up, and then like a minute later I got another one that someone else pledged, and it just, let me try to explain what the feeling felt like. I'm gonna cry just thinking about it now. I'm a writer, I got words. This might sound weird, but I felt just like held, Like I don't know, the act of posting that video and being like, hey, I have a Patreon, you can join if you want. It just kind of felt like me stepping out into like the unknown, all scared and like trembling. And then somebody like came along and was like, oh, and like picked me up. I don't know how to explain. explain it. Like, I know that I have a community of over 2,000 people now. Love you. Thank you. Like, that's amazing. And I know that so many people like support me and like want to see me succeed and, you know, are here for the journey. But when somebody like supports this like new little thing that you're doing with the, you know, with their money, with their hard-earned money, I don't know. It's just, it's such a different feeling, and it's just amazing. And like these first people that have joined my Patreon, not only will they be like forever special to me because they're here at like the inception, like the beginning of something new that I'm doing, that I'm hoping to continue doing and get really good at. But they're also just special because they're, you know, they're kind of with me at like ground zero, and they're really just gonna help me so much like navigate through this whole thing. Like they're there with me, and they're holding my hand, and it's so nice. I don't know. I knew I would be excited like once I got a patron. Like I was very, I told myself, I was like, okay, if nobody joins within the first month, like I'm gonna get my mom to join just so I have at least one, and I don't, you know, give up on this. And let me just say, I did have a number in my head. I was like, okay, this is the number of patrons I want to have by the end of the year. Like that's how many that was my goal. I was like, if I can get this many by the end of the year, that would be amazing. And as of today, we are halfway there to that number. I mean, it's a low number because I can't imagine people joining my Patreon, but apparently some people do imagine joining my Patreon, and they have, and that is amazing. And I'm like obsessively trying to brainstorm and like think about things that I can do. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I know that things are, you know, we're still kind of in recovery mode from the pandemic, and you know, things are hard in every aspect of life at this point. Everything's kind of really hard. And so for there to be people who are willingly being like, I will give you this much money a month because I believe in you and I support you and I think you're great, like that's just amazing to me. But yeah, I understand like how hard it is to you know, commit to something like that with your money. Like it's difficult, and so I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for those who have, especially at the beginning when it's like there's not a lot in there. There's not a lot in my Patreon. There isn't like a backlog of things that you can check out, and like, you know, there's not a lot there. And still people have been like, yeah, but I'm here for it, you know? And yeah, basically, I'm very grateful for everyone who has pledged, and also those who have checked it out. I am grateful for your support in any way. So thank you. I'll have my Patreon link down below. I actually got to go back and put it in all of my old videos now, but yeah, it's down below if you want to see it. I feel like I've been talking a lot today. Okay, tomorrow I need to get going because it's almost 4 p.m. I gotta go see my friend around 5 or 6. So there's some stuff I gotta get done before that. Not bad. It feels a little lopsided, but I think it works. I think I did okay. The edge here, it's kind of a little funky, but no one's gonna be looking that closely. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna let that just kind of, I don't know, do its thing. I'm running a little late to go see my friend, so I'm gonna get ready to leave right now. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow when we're getting ready for FANEXPO. So today is Sunday, it's August 27th. I'm tired. I had a long day yesterday. So I went to FANEXPO. It was lovely. It was very busy. I hadn't been to FANEXPO in a few years, so I was excited to go. And it was great. It was just so busy. I mean, we went on a Saturday, which is probably the busiest day. It wasn't the most enjoyable experience, like going through and looking at all the things, just because there was so many people. So there were so many booths that like I couldn't even really get close enough to like look at the stuff because it was just so densely packed in there. Like you're constantly like rubbing against people, like walking through the aisles. There were so many people there. But I absolutely loved seeing everybody's cosplay. Like people really, I wish I could be at that level, maybe one day. But people really go all out with their cosplay and it is so amazing. Like even when it's like characters that I don't even recognize, like there's a lot of characters that I don't recognize, but I love seeing it. Just everything that goes into it is it's so cool. I just think cosplaying is the coolest thing. That was definitely my favorite part. And yeah, so we kind of walked around for a bit as much as we could, but being quite the homebody, I easily get fatigued when I'm out, especially like in big crowds and stuff. So we spent a few hours there and then I came back home and then I basically just kind of got changed and got ready to go to my niece's birthday party. And usually I'm not really one to stay super late at a family function. Like I'm usually one of the first kind of to get going. I guess it depends on like what it is, but I'm usually the first to get out of there because my social battery just gets drained so quickly and so easily. But yesterday I ended up staying until like midnight, just like talking with my sister-in-law and her sister. So I definitely had a later night than usual. And then yeah, I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty tired. I'm feeling a little bit better now and I have about an hour before my cousin gets here and we're gonna go to another, like, I don't really know what to call it. It's called the X. It's like an exhibition. So it's kind of like a big like fair. There's like games and things you can eat and vendors and stuff you can take a look at. There are rides you can go on and it's just like this big, it's like this big festival fair thingy that we have. And yeah, so my cousin and I are going and she's never been before, so I kind of want to like, hype it up for her and make sure that she goes around and sees everything, but I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I kind of honestly just want to stay home and just like work on, my like Patreon stuff and my YouTube stuff and work on my book because it's been a few days since I've worked on my poetry book. So I'm definitely excited to go to the X. Like I like going. I haven't been in a few years as well, but I do like going. I mostly go because I like getting cotton candy. Any sort of thing where I can get cotton candy. I don't know what it is, but the cotton candy there just tastes so good. And I get cotton candy every time. If I get nothing else, I will get cotton candy. So I'm very excited for my cotton candy, but I will be very relieved when I can finally get back home and my busy weekend of like socializing and going out is over. Because I'm ready to just stay home and work on my stuff, like, ooh, I'm so excited. I'm honestly so happy that I started this Patreon. It's still the beginning days, I have like 3 or 4 posts on there. There's not much going on, okay? But most of the people who have joined the Patreon have also joined the Discord and we've been kind of chatting in there and it just feels, it's so good. It's so fun. I love it so much and I'm so excited. Like I can't wait to like really grow my Patreon and like grow it in terms of like what I'm offering and like what I have in there. And the Discord, I don't know. It's just, I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Okay, update. I have been asked to work on a show. A friend of mine reached out to me. He's going to be keying the floor, so he wanted me to be his first assistant, that is the position that I enjoy the most on set. So nothing's official quite yet. I haven't signed a deal memo or anything, but that's potentially where I'll be going once all the strikes and stuff are over. So I do have that, which like makes me feel pretty good because I've been unemployed for a while, so it's good to have potential work once things are kind of up and running again. But I'm also a little sad because then that means I won't have all the time in the world to do all of my YouTube and writing stuff full time, which is where I'm the happiest, But yeah, that's the update. Like I said, I haven't really worked on my poetry book too much. Did I mention this already? So I got the proof copy, very exciting. And the photos, they turned out pretty well. Like they turned out like good enough, I think. And there are some changes I want to make internally to the way that it looks, the formatting and stuff. And the cover does look pretty good for the most part. It just feels a little bit too like zoomed in, a little close. So I did talk to my cover designer. We're gonna see what we can do about that. But otherwise, like it's feeling pretty good. Like I just need to finish the inside of the book. So I need to be working on that over the next couple weeks. And ideally I would love to post a video where I kind of talk a little bit more about it and have all the links to stuff by like mid-September. That's what I'm aiming for. And yeah, that's what's going on. That is the latest. I mean, that's pretty much it. Not much else has been going on. I haven't even started editing this video, so I don't really know what I've already talked about. I don't know when this vlog started. So right now, like I said, I have about an hour before my cousin gets here. I'm gonna do some bullet journal stuff and I'm gonna start editing this vlog. I do want to go to bed fairly early to kind of get my, you know, sleeping schedule back on track and just rest, you know, like recover from this weekend and then start bright and early on Monday, get right into just working on the poetry book and getting stuff, you know, on my Patreon and my Discord. And now I'm all nervous. Like I want everyone to just have the most fun and get the most value out of this, that I'm like, what more can I do? Like what, like but anyway, I'm gonna get to work and I'm gonna try to get as much done as I possibly can before I leave for the next bunch of hours. Hello, so today is Friday. It's September 1st. Happy September. I'm just here to close off this vlog because I'm editing it and it's already super, super long. So I think we need to wrap this up, you know? I have been working on my poetry book. It's definitely been a little bit of a slower process than I would like. Mostly because I've been pretty busy the last week, and then this coming week I'm also gonna be pretty busy. I have plans on most days. But we are getting this book done. My goal is to have it completely done obviously before I need to send it to my editor. But I'm hoping to have a really solid draft of this by the end of the week. So we'll see how it goes. Today I have a live stream at 7. We're gonna be watching 10 Things I Hate About You. But right now I'm gonna kind of just get my day started. I gotta do my journaling and stuff, and then I need to do like my bullet journal, my calendar. I gotta update all that stuff. Basically get ready for September, okay? Get ready for spooky season, get ready for fall. I'm so excited, but I'm gonna be starting a new vlog for all that, so that'll be coming very, very soon. So yeah, let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your August went. Let me know how your reading is going, how your writing is going. Let me know where you're watching. Let me know all the things. Are you as excited for fall and spooky season as I am? Because I'm ready. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end of this video, comment down below, stay gold, because you are gold. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.